The Bronx is at the top of Manhattan, Brooklyn is at the bottom of Manhattan, Queens is over here of Manhattan. So when you're going towards a direction, for example, if you're heading north or if you're heading towards Queens, when you're on the subway, it's going to say Queens bound train or Bronx bound train, or if you're going down, it's going to say Brooklyn bound train. It's as easy as that. Just look on the subway and it'll give you a better idea which direction you're headed depending on which color line you're on. Otherwise, if you're going up the numbers, you're going uptown. If you're going down the numbers, you're going downtown. Getting to more detail on the new subway map, it's a little confusing for those of you who are used to the old subway map, but basically it's going to show you where everything stops everywhere now. So for example, the blue line, the ACE stops here at 34th Street. Only the C and the E stop at 23rd. And then at 14th Street, the A, C, and E stop here. Now, sometimes you'll see these white clusters. So these white clusters mean that you can transfer to any of these trains listed. So if you're on the red line, you can transfer over to the yellow line here, or the gray line, or the purple line. So when you see it all encased in this white, it means you can transfer inside the station to any of those trains. If you see this little blue thing here with a little wheelchair guy on it, that means there's an elevator there, or AKA it has handicap access. And people were also asking me the difference between local trains and express trains. So you'll see here, the express train would be the A. So the A has less stops. So that means it's going to skip more stops than the local train does. So the local train goes every 5 or 10 blocks or so. And then the express train is probably going to go every 10 blocks or 20 blocks sometimes. Like you'll see here, it starts at 59th Street. It goes to 42nd, goes to 34th, and then goes all the way down to 14th Street, and then goes all the way down here to 4th Street. However, the local train is the E, so E or the C train. So you'll see the C and the E stop here, C and the E stop here. So they're going every couple blocks or so. Also keep in mind that different trains do branch off. So you'll notice here the E train starts to go over to Queens. Even though it's all mostly on the blue line, it's going to curve off. Be careful with which train you're going to take, because over here on the orange, you'll see the F kind of goes up onto a different route. The Q train here goes up onto a different route. It goes all the way up the east side. So even though it might be all the same color, doesn't necessarily mean they're making all the same stops. Most of the times when they're branching off, they're usually going into another borough. Like if you see here, the E train elongated went into